All right, the Detroit Lions get some good NFC North news. I think during this time of year, we're really hyper-focused on our own team, and you don't look around the rest of the division and see what's good, what's bad. So we'll break that down. If you're new to the channel, all Lions on this channel, can't wait to – we'll talk a little Pistons at the end. Let's do it. Let's talk a little Pistons at the end. Okay, let me know in the comments your favorite Detroit Lions all-time quarterback. Can't say Stafford, can't say Goff. Just a favorite. You're like, I liked Charlie Batch. I did. Actually did like Charlie Batch. Thought he wasn't too bad. You know who I really liked though? Was Gus Frerotte. I was like, we're winning here a little bit with Gus, and then he like broke his neck. Remember that? So, yeah, Charlie Batch, Sean Hill. I thought, again, these are like in the losing times. We're just a glimmer of anything. Anyway, let me know in the comments quarterback that you liked. Okay, let me pull this up. This is kind of a roundabout way to get there, but. If you saw it, Derek Carr is injured. I don't know what's going on with that. Doesn't matter. Who cares? But Aaron Rodgers is now being linked to the Saints. Why is this good news for us? Is because in the NFC North, you've got the Vikings, who we were going toe-to-toe with last year. It just feels like we don't want them having Aaron Rodgers. I know he's not anywhere as good as he was, but in case he is, it's like, in case he comes back from his... So it's like, yes, get him away from the Vikings, because if that's the case, then the Vikings have only 4 picks. They've got essentially a rookie quarterback in J.J. McCarthy, who I have no idea. I could see him being really good. Mobile, he's moving around, he's kind of doing like a Jaden Daniels thing, and you're like, oh my gosh, what is this? I could also see it be like he's not going to work, and could have seen that a mile away just because he was at Michigan. He wasn't throwing the ball a ton. I could see it not working. That's what we want. The team that we were going toe-to-toe with last year, we couldn't separate from those guys. Remember that is the Vikings. They only have 4 picks. They lose their quarterback, who, say what you want about Darnold, but he kept them in games and won games, of course. Love the idea of them going to a rookie quarterback. Now, with that being said, the Vikings continue to surprise me. So the good news is Aaron Rodgers may not be going there. He might go Steelers or somewhere else. Just get him out of here. Again, he's not what he was, but it's just like, how do you want him in the division to even have to talk about him? Let's get him out of there. Let's have J.J. McCarthy go to the Vikings. Good. And or start for the Vikings. Other things. Here's just a rough draft, right, of the Bears, what they could do, what the Bears could do. And I've seen some mock drafts of the Bears that are just like, oh my gosh, so good. This one's not very good. And that's what we're kind of banking on, is the Bears screw up again, but they've got that, 10th pick. There's a good player there. I don't think it's Kenneth Grant. He keeps falling. He's in the late first round, early second round now. But you can see how they can shore up some things. They'll get another offensive lineman. They could get like a really good player in round 1. So I don't think this is a very good mock draft for them. All right, Packers. This one's pretty good. So these first 4 picks are pretty high level, and it's like, man, that's what the Packers do. They find a way. Now, remember, good news again, the Lions have lost 1 or 2 division games in the last 2 years. Remember, we couldn't win a division game. We couldn't win on the road ever, and now the Lions are winning division games like it's nothing. It's crazy. So just enjoy this time. But the point is, the Packers are just like, oh, they can't figure us out. We're ahead of the Vikings. We keep beating the Vikings. Just real quick, with the Vikings, again, we're going to talk Pistons here just at the end. Hang out. Love to know your thoughts. This video is brought to you by Thread. Here is the problem that Thread solves. You've got young kids. They're into sports. You're taking them to practice. You're taking them to games. You got all the right equipment. Life's good, but there's one problem. They're not getting the proper nutrition. Since it's so busy, you're running around. You don't want to go to fast food before the game. You don't want to do fast food after the game. Instead, get them the proper nutrition that's provided by Thread. It's got protein, collagen, daily greens. It helps with energy, recovery, and endurance. It's super easy to mix. It comes in delicious flavors, birthday cake, chocolate, vanilla, and the best part is it comes individually wrapped. So you can just take it with you on the go. It has a shaker. It's a simple daily routine that fuels performance, recovery, and endurance. If you're a parent, you can trust Thread because it's designed specifically for developing athletes, and it's used by emerging athletes nationwide to gain a competitive edge. Link is in the description to get 10% off. Use SportsTalk10, 10% off code, giving up to 30% off on bundles. Link is in the description. Use code SportsTalk10. With the Vikings, Jared Goff just straight up has saying it now that, like, yeah, that Brian Flores defense, that wacky defense, guys are up in the line of scrimmage, who's coming, who's not, who's dropping. Goff's like, it's easy. It's easy for me. And that's why he's put up 30 points in the last 4 games against Brian Flores, I believe. So Vikings, no problem. Packers are just going to be dogfights, but we've just been beating them. And then the Bears, huge question mark with the Bears. But, boy, you want to talk about a team you really want to beat now is the Bears. Okay. Let's go to the Vikings. So this is, again, another good news. They only have 4 picks, and the Vikings always they've been surprising me the last couple of years, I will admit that. But if we can get them to drop off, the Bears probably will come up a little bit. The Packers is always going to be a battle. And then here's the Lions' latest mock draft that I really like is this Gray Zabel continues to be mocked to us. Interior offensive lineman. Love it. Fine. Linebacker. Now, you'll notice they don't address defensive end, which there's no way we don't get a defensive end in this draft because the defensive end class is so loaded that we'll get one first round, second round, fifth round, somewhere. We're going to get a player for the defensive end. And I also think would not be surprised if Brad Holmes says, let's just go get our guy in the first round, trade up, just like he did for Jameson Williams. And just like, even like the Vikings, right? You could trade up a few spots with the Vikings. They don't have picks. They might want to do that. So something to think about. I thought this was interesting too. PFF put out an article about the state of each franchise heading into the draft. It's everything that we know. We need an edge. We need a dynamic player with Hutch. Just feels like, man, that would change everything for our defense and really make everything a lot better. I love Marcus Davenport, but he just gets injured constantly. And bad luck, whatever it is, just at the end of the day. Zeitler's gone, but we got Mahogany and Graham Glasgow filling in. We bring back Tim Patrick. We're just running it back again. And the beauty of this is, like, we can continue to do this for a few years. And what does this running it back team look like? Well, NFC Championship game, 1 half from the Super Bowl, and 15 wins. So plus a new group, and then you've got guys like, drafted, and then you've got guys like Giovanni Manu, who's going to be really good, hopefully, kind of redshirted last year. Okay, Pistons, looks like it's set with the Knicks. It looks like, or here's where I'm at, is you've got the 90s basketball, the 2000s, the Pistons, early 2000s, the Pistons are firing on all cylinders at that point, and it's just like, man, the NBA was unreal. And then, something changed, or the combination of, I think, the COVID bubble and Steph Curry, because after, like, Curry and LeBron faced off in 2016 there, then we got COVID, and then everybody's just like, it was a perimeter game, and the Pistons were terrible for like that 10-year stretch, and it's just like, what is the NBA? Do I care? Do I want to watch? This is the first time, coming up soon, the first time in a long, 10 years that Pistons fans have real meaningful possession-by-possession basketball to watch. So that's all. That's what it is, and we can't wait to do that. So thought I was going to talk longer about the Pistons. I'm not. I'm just going to say, first time in a long time, possession-by-possession, living and dying basketball that we've just been waiting for is finally here. Can't wait. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.